A macro scope indicates under what conditions a macro should play back. 4 options are available: global, global accept, window specific, and program specific. A global macro will run in any window or application. A global accept macro runs in any program except for the one you select. A window-specific macro only runs in a window that has a matching window title. A program-specific macro only activates in the program selected. We'll take a look at some real examples of how this works using a spreadsheet application, Notepad, and WordPad. In a previous video, we created a macro that types an address. It was defined with a global scope so that it runs in all Windows programs. To demonstrate the global scope, we'll open Notepad and press the hotkey. The address is entered into the program. Next, we'll open WordPad and run the macro. The address also types into WordPad. Open the spreadsheet and the macro still works. Now let's change the macro scope to program specific so that it only plays back in the program we select. Double-click on the macro to open the script editor. Click on the Scope tab and choose the Window Program Specific option. Click on the Add Program button and make sure that the This Program Must Have a Window on Top option is selected. If the program is not currently running, click on Browse to locate the exe file. But since Notepad is already running, open the Running Processes tab and select notepad.exe. Click OK to see Notepad listed in the Scope tab instead of Global. Then click on the Save button to save the changes. Open Notepad, press the hotkey, and the address types into the program. Now run WordPad and press the hotkey. Nothing. Try the spreadsheet, and again nothing happens because we instructed the macro to only work in Notepad. We'll now take a look at the Global Accept scope. In the Scope tab, select Notepad and click to remove. Then choose the Global Accept option and click on Add Programs to see the same program options we saw before. This time we'll select the program that the macro will not work with. It will run in all other programs. From the list of programs running on the computer, select WordPad and click OK to save the program choice. Then click on Script, Save Macro to save the changes. To see what effect the changes have on the macro, open WordPad and press the hotkey. Nothing happened because we instructed the macro to run in all programs except WordPad. Now open Notepad and press the hotkey. The address types out into the program. It also works in the spreadsheet because we did not exclude it. The last option to look at is the Window Specific scope. In the Scope tab, first delete WordPad and then select Window Specific. Clicking on Add Windows displays a list of all windows currently running on the computer. We could browse through this list and select the window, but for this example we'll enter Notepad as the window title. This allows the macro to work in any Notepad window. If necessary, we could have made it more specific to only work in one window. Before saving, make sure a window with this title must be on top option is selected. Click OK and then the Save and Close button to save the change and close the script editor. To see what effect these changes have on the macro, we will activate Notepad and press the hotkey. The address types into the window. Now bring WordPad to the front and press the hotkey. Nothing happens. Same results in the spreadsheet. The macro is defined to only work in a Notepad window. You can reuse the same hotkey with program and window-specific macros. For example, you can assign an F2 hotkey to Notepad, WordPad, and a spreadsheet, each performing different functions. But you cannot reuse a global hotkey. It can only be assigned once. Download a copy now to explore all of the features found in Macro Express.